Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sporting160EN podcast. Today we're on episode 166, but before we get into it, let me introduce you to my co-host. First, got my main man, Chris. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Back on track, I guess you could say a little bit, even though game's kind of affected by the red card, I think. It looked like a good battle up until then. I would have been interested to see a full 90 of that. But yeah, we got the result done one way or the other. I guess we'll see what the next half of the season Europa League look to the future. January coming up, see if any changes come along. But yeah, I guess we have some new content to discuss, you could say, and hopefully starting to turn the corner more in the league.
Facts. And to my right is Mr. Danny Saldana. How are you today, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Same with Chris. Happy with the result. Happy with more so the want that I've seen from the team. But we'll get into that later on. I heard a bunch of shit teams are playing midweek. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but -1. Beat sick. But yeah, we're resting. We're laughing, boys. And who?
Viseu.
Oh,
boys.
My bad. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Rob the pace as well.
Buddy, Rapush. Okay.
They're through as well.
They are? Shout out to
Yeah.
Rapush and all my Suyons out there. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about Sporting finally this week. At least we have some happiness about us.
Yeah, facts. And I'm your host as always, Sam. I actually just come back from football and I scored. And because it's Paulinho's birthday, tribute to Paulinho, I suppose. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
No, we were losing.
I
couldn't justify it. We were losing.
That wouldn't stop Paulinho, bro.
No, it was. I made it 5-4, so I was like, I can't do it. If I score again,
grab the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, but yeah, shout out, happy birthday to Paulinho. Just before we get into it, Danny, I've got a bone to pick with you, I'm afraid. On our TikTok, I think you know where this is going. One of the videos was you saying to Steph and Chris that who would you rather have, Thiago Thomas or Paulinho? And I'm just here to say, because no one said it, it's Paulinho, man. I'm just saying it right now.
Thiago Thomas has had 2 assists and 1 goal since Danny said that.
Bro, he's on fire, bro. He's proving me right, at least with the other 3. When I was saying Arthur, Thiago Tomás, Rochinha, Thiago Tomás, Trincão, Thiago Tomás.
Yeah, okay.
And he scored a banger.
I was agreeing with those.
He scored a banger, and it was like you, Sam. He scored a banger when he was losing, so he couldn't really celebrate. But it was a banger nonetheless. So, but fair enough. Maybe the Paulinho shot was a little too soon, but I was salty that day, bro. I lost my head.
No,
we lost to Frankfurt, bro. Yeah, and I had some wine in me, bro. You can't blame me for that, man.
No, that's fair. I'll give you that. I do think you're a bit harsh on Rochinha as well. I feel like he's not really been given the opportunities.
He's fallen off, it feels like.
I know, yeah. I was gonna say
but the good thing about the Rochinha was he's got 3 assists and 2 goals in only 100 minutes. It's like he was being efficient in his limited time. So he truthfully hasn't ever gotten the full time that he deserves. A couple starts here and there, but yeah, it feels like he's just not in form. I mean, he's not the only one, right?
I mean, not to beat on this dead horse part with Rochinha, but he started against Verzing, I think, the game that we lost, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't impressive there. And you're right with the assists, but that doesn't stop us from bashing Isgaio, because Isgaio had one of the highest assist rates last year, and he was called a fucking donkey last year.
He does not.
He is a donkey, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's true. But
dude, if he had 5 assists,
but I'm not mad at Rochinha. I like Rochinha. I think he deserves more minutes. It's just he hasn't been showing much with them.
Yeah, and I agree with what you're saying, Gonzalo Estevez as well.
Artur has passed him, it seems.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is
Artur
crazy.
Might be a starter now.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rochinha is one of the most versatile players we have. He could play in so many positions, but yet he literally doesn't play in any of them because he's always sat on the bench. And I like Fatawu and players like that. Don't get me wrong on our tour, but sometimes we need experience, and I get he's doing the new cycle thing, and he's bringing in youngsters, but come on, man! Playing Nazinho at left wing, Rochinha can actually play on the wing, so it's just play him there. But anyway,
Bro, we played. We'll get into it, but we played Artur left back against Guimarães, and then Trincão at right back.
Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
But yeah, just on a final point as well. I know you've always had the discussion of Amorim out, of Varandas out, or what your takes were, especially after what happened. And I just want to say, I was like you, Danny. I was very upset. I had a few beers down in me. I did say I wanted Amorim out, and part of me maybe still does deep down, just because I know what you say about Varandas, and I 100% agree that Varandas is also at fault. But Amorim does have to take responsibility in being stubborn. And I think
it's obvious that the best times with Amorim are behind us, right? And the highs were very high, right? It was great, but it definitely feels like it's run its course at this point. He's not set up for success. His squad was not built for success. I don't know how much he helped himself out or didn't help himself out by wanting or not wanting certain players. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows deep down that like the dream's kind of over, you know?
Yeah, and I was just going to say as well, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, every press conference now he says, I'm going to be sporting manager until the end of the season. He doesn't say, he could literally just say, I'm going to be sporting manager, and then that's it. But he keeps saying it's the end of the season. So whether we're reading too much into it, like, I mean, if his head's not in it for the long run, and I understand he's very like,
I really just seriously wonder. We kind of had this conversation back at the end of September when he was linked to a couple Premier League openings, Wolves, Villa, a couple teams sniffing around him, right? And what is his stock right now? Even like I guess he could very much help it by winning a couple rounds in the Europa League. I think. Because that's kind of what gets international eyeballs more so, I think, right? But so it could kind of maybe, his poor league campaign can kind of be overlooked if he still has some European performance. I mean, and to be fair, he did get 7 points in the Champions League. You could do a lot worse than that. It's just not a great showing. It's just a third place showing.
Lucky third place showing.
Yeah. But I saw one thing, like if there's 7 points in any other group is definitely third. So, I mean, their group was kind of weirdly condensed in a way that a lot of other groups weren't. But yeah, I mean, it seems like Sporting is probably not going to finish below 5th, right? Realistically.
I don't know, man. Casapia have been really good. Like, I'm not saying they will carry on, but weirder things have happened, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, was it Braga had looking to sack Arthur George as well? And it's like, he's been great, but I know he's had a few losses recently. But like, why would you sack him when he's above us for one? And they're like 2 points.
I don't know who they'll
just
get.
Fallen
That's
off.
my thing.
We were talking about Braga title challenge, and like they're just not as the titles. I mean, you could basically say it's won already, barring epic collapse.
Unless Braga are trying to get like Bruno Lage in. That's the only way I can think of maybe trying to get rid of Arthur George. But I don't know. It feels weird to me. But yeah, not to beat the Amorim Varandas discussion into the ground. I'm just gonna say that I support the team 100%, and I'm sure like both of you do as well. But I hope it doesn't get to the point where we're just gonna have to keep having this conversation every month or every game week.
Yeah.
Every game he loses, we have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is an issue with us. Like we're too like us being Sporting fans, not us. Like we're too reactionary. Like he'll win, he's the best manager in Portugal. He'll lose, he's the fucking get him the fuck out of here, right? Like I just think, he's not a perfect manager. Fair. Like he's not the best manager in the world. Fair. We also are Sporting. I think he's better than my main thing. I still think he's a great manager. I think he's going to achieve a lot of success later on in the future as well. Hopefully none of that with Benfica, because that's another worry of mine. But he's not a perfect manager, right? Like my main worry is who are we getting afterwards? Because life before Ruben Amorim with Varandas was very bleak, was very dark. With Amorim, it's been great. Even though last year we finished second, we haven't finished second under any other manager with Varandas. So I'm worried about the life after Amorim, even though right now life with Amorim is pretty shit. I mean, we're still behind Casapia, so
yeah. But the thing is, I understand I'm not debating he's a legend because he is 100%. He's a sporting legend and he always will be. But the title win can only get you so far in the sporting job.
100%.
Like you can't just keep going back for it. Man, this is nearly over 2 years ago now that we were in, and I'm not. And last season as well, it was a great season. Finished the same amount of points we won the league. The thing what happened last year, we lost against the big teams. We lost against Porto, we lost against Benfica, we even lost against Braga. I consider them a big team in the Portuguese league. So, but yeah,
I just think Santa Clara. That was the big thing.
We lost against Santa Clara, didn't we?
Or was it a loss? One of the two, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That fucked us really. But yeah. to the same hand, we made it to the round of 16, which we haven't done in years, and we got pumped by Manchester City, the best team in the world, but should have beaten Juventus if UEFA wasn't corrupt. We held on to the Taça Liga, say what that is, but I remember a time where we were struggling to win the Taça Liga. Now we're just shitting out Taça Ligas, so that's a thing as well. I think we've played, when people talk about attractive football, I think we've played the most attractive football under Amorim. It can get dark at times when we're chasing a result and we're just crossing balls into nobody or to Coach. But sometimes you need root one football, right? I think for the most part, holding and dominating possession has been the best under Amorim. It's a lot of pros and cons, though. That's the only thing. That's why I think the pros may outweigh the cons. And in my opinion, the real fault to this, and like we've all said, and not to beat it anymore, is how weak the squad is. He can only do so much. How much of that he has to blame? I still place some blame on him, but not all of them, or not all of it, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried for next year too, though. Let me just say that we'll see what happens. But when the club starts disinvesting in the team after the title shot, when the team only gets worse after we win the title, it's a sign of just us caring more about money than us caring about a sporting project.
It seems like we don't have the same academy pipeline that we had a couple years ago.
Exactly.
That's ready to make the jump right now. And it also feels like we have relatively the same economic capability that we've always had. Maybe it'll slowly diminish in the next couple years, but it just doesn't seem like we ever spend wisely. We dropped 40 million. We spent 55 million in the last transfer window. For what? On what, man? It's just not efficient spending, right? We had a squad that was hella depleted with 55 million. That's a fucking good amount of money, man. Bigger budget than a lot of clubs in Europe, man. You can reinforce lots of different areas of your team with that, and it just doesn't feel like we did it. Obviously, some of it are inflated wages on players that haven't panned out. So Tourist, St. Jude's come to mind immediately. High fees, little output. So a bit unlucky there. Yeah, I mean, and guys like that are hitting the books. Officially hitting the books this past summer, but it's if you can spend 55 million, you can build a squad, but it's just
agreed.
I don't think we did a good job spending the 55.
Yeah, agreed. What annoys me as well is that we got rid of all the deadwood like we had. Like Renan was steaming out the books. I mean, Olori's still there, but he's on loan, I suppose. And we got rid of some other players that were just taking up wages, and like even Luis Felipe, that we get half his wages off the books at least. And then we've signed guys like you said, Vinagre, who's having an awful.
Battaglia, we rescinded him a year early. We got a year out. We got a year out early from Battaglia.
Yeah,
exactly. And like, I think we might have loaned Camacho, but again, I think they paid half of it, which works for us as well. And then we like signing Vinagre, and like obviously he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I would wager my bets that he's probably one of the best paid players in the squad. And then some other guy, St. Just might be hard to move if things don't work out, which is still early for him. I'm sure he can. I mean, he's played 3 games back to back now, I think. So, like, I mean, I know he's not played a full 90 minutes yet, but baby steps.
Yeah, we're asking for too much at this point, right?
Exactly. But we will move on because I feel like we've had this conversation like every other podcast
times.
for the last few months. So yeah. I'll move on to the game against Vitoria. Let me get it up. So it was a 3-0 victory, and the lineup was as followed. So we got Adan in net. We've got Coates, Mateus Reis, and Inacio. Morita, Ugarte, Pedro Porro, Nazinho, Arthur Gomez, Paulinho, and Pedro Gonçalves. So Sendrius actually didn't start 3 games in a row. He came on for this one. But yeah, goals 2 from Edwards off the bench from an injured Nazinho. It wasn't Nazinho he came on for, right? I think it was. 2 goals and assist for Marcus Edwards from injured Nazinho and Morita. Marcus Edwards actually getting a team of the week on FIFA for my FIFA players out there. So make sure you go cop that. But Danny, I'll start off with you. 10-man Vitoria Guimarães. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, bro. I even when they had 11, I love the aggression that I seen from the team. I wish I seen this more often, and I hope that this isn't the last time I see this aggression from it. I hope they respond to every game like that. I mean, we dominated, not dominated, because it was a good battle in the beginning, but we did do well in the first half. Pot had a chance where he missed in front of the net. Pot is one that we've talked about every week, so I won't go too into it. But with Rafa out of the seleção, if he scores even just like half the chances he misses, he's on that trip. He's on that 26-man squad. But he's in the right area but misses, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, the red card made it easier. We started dominating more. We had Artur at left wing back and Trincão at right wing back at one point. We subbed on Edwards. Edwards got like a nice little shithouse brace where he scores a goal from Poru's header that he didn't even know was there. Luckily, he's onside. And then he scores a banger that kind of gets deflected. So, love the shithouse brace from Edwards, but overall a good performance from him when he came on. You can see how different we are attacking with Edwards on. I'm actually shocked that he didn't start this game. And, I mean, Paulinho didn't have the best game. He scored a banger. It was offside though, but he scored a classy finish. I was actually pushing for Paulinho to get a goal this game. Kind of deserved that one to go in, but okay, 43 centimeters offside. But what I was saying was, it's at least what's the word I'm looking for? It's at least you could see the difference it makes when Edwards comes on as opposed to this front three. So whether the next game ideally we drop Artur. I'm not that convinced. Not that he played bad. He's growing, but I'm still not that convinced that he's a starter for us. Either we drop Artur or Pot or Paulinho. At this point, we might as well drop Pot. Edwards has to start week in, week out for me. Morita could have gotten a red card. Let's be real. Got away with one there. Scored a banger, though. Or not a banger, but he was in the right spot. So he scored well. He did it right. An amazing goal. And yeah, bro, we dominated. Once it's 10-11 and it's Guimarães is a good team. We dominated. We could have scored more. It comes down to efficiency. I feel like in front of goal, we still fuck off a lot of chances. Benfica are coming off of like 3 back-to-back games where, maybe not today, but 3 back-to-back games where they scored 5 or more goals. They scored 5 against Estoril, 6 against the Israelis, and another 5 against whoever it was the week prior. If we can score at least like a third, like half of those chances, we can be the same team. But the problem is we don't, and that leads to us losing games to Aroca and stuff like that. Last point I'll make is Mateus Reis, and that's it. Just Mateus Reis. That's all I gotta say. Baller, bro. Should have been on that Brazilian plane.
He was balling hard, dude. He was making overlapping runs from center back, bro.
From center back, bro. Disgusting. Disgusting. That guy's a baller, bro. Anyways, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, Chris, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, no, I mean Danny hit the main stuff. I was not gonna lie, I was starting to get Aruca vibes through the first 30 minutes. We did have a flurry of opportunities, all which went begging, I guess, right? Because we didn't score before the red card. I guess we can get into the specifics of what we think about the incident after the fact. But yeah, obviously we were greatly benefited by that. It allowed us to just play like free-flowing, like attacking football, not really having to worry about defending. Mateus Reis is getting forward, overlapping Nazinho. Foot skills, like this was probably Mateus Reis' best game in a really long time. And it was also Porro's best game in a really long time, I think, as well. I do want to comment on the Paulinho disallowed goal. They got the Paulinho's on fire banger going for like 2 minutes. When I was at the Gil Vicente game, the same thing happened. He scored. There's a really long VAR check. The song keeps playing. He thinks he scored, and then only for it to just come back. Just devastating. It's a really nice goal, too. It would have been good for his confidence as well. Yeah, unlucky. The second half was very underwhelming, I would say, but it didn't need to be anything. We were already up. They showed little ability to get forward or create anything. Down a man, up 3-0. As long as you don't commit catastrophe, you're going to be fine. So that's what we did. And and just kind of coasted home, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat too much of what you guys said because I think we pretty much hit it bang on. But yeah, like Danny said, Edwards needs to start every game for me. I don't know why he doesn't. He's always the first one off. I know he comes for bench.
Emily tries to be like tough on him. I feel like, oh, you're not running, you're coming off. But it's like he's not gonna just sub someone, some other people off if they're not like running like once or twice, you know.
Yeah, which makes me
the Marseille game comes to mind. He takes him off the first time, and the second time, he lets him stay, and then takes him off 5 minutes later.
But yeah, he had to know when he bought him from Vitoria that he doesn't do that. Like he's never done that, and that's because he's not the player to do that. I don't know if he thought he could change him or mold him or something like that. But it's just let him play, man. He just let him play up top as well. But I know even Paulinho works hard and comes back, so maybe Edwards does need to factor that in. But yeah, I mean, a rare Sotiris sighting as well. I mean, apparently he was banished from Amorim's plans, but apparently back in now. Nazinho, man, I feel bad for him. He got injured, but like I've never been really impressed with him anyway. Artur Gomez, I've started to like a lot more as well. I feel like he's getting the confidence there as well, and Amorim clearly trusts him more than he does Rochinha and Fatau. And even it seems like Trincao at this point. That's the second game he's been on the bench, and like the game he come on against Frankfurt, Trincao was really bad, like awfully bad. And this game, I mean, it was already won, so I'm not going to be too harsh on Trincao.
We have to give Amorim credit because we did used to rag on him and say no matter how bad Trincao plays, bro, he's always in no matter what. He's the untouchable man. And finally, I guess Amorim took note of his infinite shit performances and has sat him down 2 games now.
Yeah, which is good. And as well, a rare Bruno Gaspar sighting, man. I forgot that guy even existed, and I saw him come on. I was like, oh yeah, he does play there.
I have a problem with us whistling him at the stadium. He's a legend in my eyes, bro. What he did to Rafa after the Taça de Portugal makes up for all the shit performances he had when he came on. I have a problem with us whistling at him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but like other than that, he was awful for us. I really.
No, I'm kidding. I'm busting balls, by the way. He was.
I mean, dude, he didn't. Vancouver Whitecaps had the opportunity to keep him in.
I was gonna say, he's good enough for Gimenez, but not Vancouver Whitecaps. That's wild.
And Vancouver Whitecaps was like in the bottom third of MLS teams.
Yeah, they're horrible. They're almost as bad as TFC. A bit better.
Yeah, it's a bad season.
I forget.
This past year.
Bruno Gaspar is a Bruno de Carvalho signing. So the deal was agreed in January, wasn't it?
Carvalho signing.
That was was his last signing, or was like technically it was Viviano, I think.
Dude, one of his last signings is low-key Rafinha as well, I believe.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
That was in January as well. I think maybe I don't remember where Bruno Gaspar came from. I think it was in Italy somewhere, but yeah.
Or was it Olympiacos, or was that after?
I think it was Fiorentina.
Olympiacos might have been after, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, maybe George Jesus might have changed him. But we always had bad wing backs back then. So
2018 Fiorentina.
He paid like $6 million for him.
But yeah, other than that, like Chris said, I feel bad for Paulinho. He's obviously my guy. Getting that disallowed goal. I do love the goal song. I will say, doesn't really translate well into English again. But, I mean, we move. I guess trying to explain that to an English person, which really doesn't make sense. They look at you like, "What are you talking about?" But anyway, but yeah, I feel like he really needed that goal as well. But like I was saying to Lauren, who's in the chat, like Paulinho's main job for this team, and as much as he's a striker, has never been goal scoring. He's always come back to help, and whether you agree that should be his role or not, that is literally what Amorim does. And it does affect the team and the goal scoring, but one thing you can't say about Paulinho is that he doesn't work hard, and he does. He's always running, and that's one of the reasons I really like him. But yeah, to be fair, I agree. The goal scoring's got to come in for him. 2 goals in this season isn't the best, but he has had limited minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't. No one's saying he needs to score 32.
Yeah,
but he needs to be at least at like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but like you've mentioned, actually, and you reminded me, the Gil Vicente game, he scores an offside goal. Today he scored, or sorry, not today, but against Guimarães, he scores an offside goal. He's been a bit unlucky as well. Maybe unlucky. Who knows? Maybe we can blame him for.
They were both 40 centimeters, so and they're pretty close.
Yeah, exactly.
I was actually rewatching both of them because I was watching the highlights and I saw the video and the song, and I could hear it in the background. And I was like, "Damn, that's gonna make it even worse for him. That's gonna make it even worse for him, bro."
Now, you know what's funny? Probably the next time he scores a goal at the stadium, they won't even play the song, and it'll probably count.
And it's gonna count.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paulinho also has limited minutes this season. He's been injured. He was injured for the first 2 games after Praga. Yeah.
And even some coaches' option not starts as well, which were kind of unthinkable last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's only got like 680 minutes or something like that. So, or however many minutes he has. But yeah, he does need to improve in goal scoring, and it's like you said, he's offside quite a lot, so his positioning needs to improve as well. But I still have confidence in him. I know a lot of people do not, but I have faith.
Let me ask: do you prefer? Maybe you've actually just answered that now, but do you prefer a front 3 with Paulinho, Pot, and Edwards, for example, or do you prefer a fluid front 3 like Pot, Edwards, and Trincão, for example, or it could be Artur, or it could be anybody else, for example?
For Amorim's system, it has to be Paulinho, not just because of like the track back, but all these crosses. Like when we have 3 smaller attackers, it just never works. It baffled me why he didn't start Slimani a bit more, because like Slimani fit his tactic attacking wise perfectly. I know obviously defensively was not there, but for me, Paulinho's got to start. But I also do think we need another striker in January if we can afford one. I know they've been talking about not getting one. Then it record says they're looking for a centre back, and then I'm sure something's going to come in January, whether it's a striker or a centre back or something else. I don't know. The latest rumor is that Marcus Edwards is on his way to Tottenham. Tottenham scout's been very impressed with him. He's got a 60 million release clause. But Spurs own 50%, so they're only going to have to pay 30 million, which is a bit shit. But, I guess that's the way it works, unfortunately.
It makes them the most obvious to buy him. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, who does he start over anybody? Like, Tottenham have good wingers.
I think Son is rumored to go to Real
Madrid. I heard that. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And Kulusevski's quite injured a lot, but they also got Richarlison, who's also injured right now as well. But but yeah, I saw another one linked to Wolves as well.
Edwards to Wolves?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was today. Someone rumored it today. I can't remember who the source was, but it's on our page. Go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, so I think he's definitely pretty much after that solo run against Spurs where he nearly scored, he's been linked to all English clubs, and he's definitely he's literally matched Sarabia's numbers. I think he's actually doing better than Sarabia was doing at this time last season. You have to remember Sarabia was a penalty taker as well. So yeah, shout out Marcus Edwards, man. He was my man of the match for this game. I understand why they gave it to Pora, but for me, Edwards was my man of the match. Danny, what about you, man?
My man of the match goes to Matheus Reis. My man put a guy to sleep. bombing forward from center back, which he normally does, by the way. Let's just add that as well. He showed the flashes that we love to see from last season from him. And I thought this game, I mean, he was the one that got that beautiful assist and started our goal scoring off. And to me, it's Matias.
Yeah, Chris, what about you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Matias Reis as well. I mean, he had the highlight reel, like, you know, where he basically, the dude just like slid into oblivion when he stopped it at that touchline to cross it in. He's unlucky not to have an assist or two. I believe he's played in the ball that is the eventual first Edwards goal, right? But the assist is technically going to be towards the header and taking it from him, you know? So he kind of got robbed there. So yeah, I think that right. And I think if he has an A too, his rating's even a bit higher, you know, probably closer to 8. So yeah, I'm going to go with Matias Reis as well.
Fair enough. Lauren, I see your comment, and I'm going to reiterate that's not what I said. I said when he doesn't start, because he literally came on for like 10-minute cameos. He got 10 minutes more than I did, and I don't play. And like that, it didn't make sense to me at the time. But now, obviously, he's a great player, and I've always rated him. But you know, Amorim should have played him more last season, I think, as well. But anyway, especially like I know Lauren is like the biggest Paulinho hater to ever exist. Him and Juice Box Liao are like the two biggest Paulinho haters.
I think Juice Box is a bit bigger than Lauren, though.
It's close, definitely. So
shout out
maybe he should have played Edwards instead of Paulinho. But yeah, last thing I want to say on this game, and Chris alluded to it earlier. I'll start with you, Danny. Do you think Vitoria deserved the second yellow red card?
Yeah, I think they did. I think there's an argument to be made that Morita deserved one too. But
Morita's stamp is actually, he catches more of his foot than the Vitoria guy. They both catch the guys, but Morita catches him with like 2/3 of his foot, and the Vitoria guy really only catches him with just the toe.
Yeah. But to me, I think the Vitoria guy deserves.
I think they're both yellows. But sometimes in the Portuguese league, the Morita one just randomly is a red. You know, there's no consistency with that one with the stamp.
I was expecting it too, because for Sporting, it's easy to give us red cards.
Usually, if you catch them with the full foot, they do it. You know, so exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't have been shocked either.
Yeah. But to me, it's a clear red for Guimarães. I mean, it changed the game a bit for sure. We were dominating still, in my opinion.
Well, it's only a yellow, right? So it would basically not have to be a yellow because it was a second yellow, right?
But I'm saying like the first yellow was also like a stamp. Like it was pretty identical in that. So I mean, you know, he did it twice, so you might as well get sent off for that. Morita's first yellow was something stupid, if I'm not mistaken. Like he like shoved the guy, if I'm not mistaken, and he randomly got a yellow. Which I mean doesn't excuse it, because then if you stamp a guy, it should be a second yellow. I'm just saying the first yellow didn't deserve to be a yellow as it is. But there's still an argument. Morita could have gotten a red, maybe should have gotten a red in my opinion. But Guimarães was definitely, to me, there's no debate on this. It's definitely a red.
Yeah, Chris, are you the same?
Yeah, because I do think it is a yellow. So I think that they're both. I think that they're all yellows. So I think that he's gotten it right. Because technically he has given a yellow for all of them. One guy got 2.
Yeah, fair enough. Just before we move on to the Europa League draw, some news I say news. Eduardo Quaresma made his first start for Hoffenheim today. Don't know if you've seen the score, but they lost 4-2. He was pulled at halftime because apparently it wasn't very good. They scored 2 goals within 2 minutes of each other, 6 minutes and 8 minutes. And SofaScore is telling me he got 5.7, which is the lowest apart from the goalkeeper on Hoffenheim. So looks like Clone move's going well for him. Yeah,
he had like a good cameo the first like off the bench appearance that they won, but I think it was already 3-0 when he came on.
Yeah, it was 4-0 when he came on.
4-0. There you go. So
yeah, something tells me he's probably not going to get a lot more starts than that. But oh well. Like I mean, I guess I guess loans are for the bad times as well as the good ones. So I guess it's experience nonetheless. But anyway, I digress. We'll move on to the Europa League draw, which was on Monday, I believe. And it was Sporting could have possibly got Barcelona, could have got Man United, could have got Berlin, could have got Nantes, could have got Monaco, PSV, Roma, Rennes, or Midtjylland. And we ended up getting Midtjylland from Denmark, as you can see here. I'll start off with you, Danny. What are your thoughts on the draw? And is this one that you think we should have trouble with, or you think it will be okay?
I think we should be fine. I think Midtjylland, they're a good team. If you guys seen how they beat Lazio to make it past this round, it was kind of a fluke, right? And their group all finished in 8 points, which is funny, but we definitely avoided a lot of the big boys. We avoided, like you mentioned, United. We avoided Roma, which we beat them in preseason, but that's preseason. Roma's still Roma. We avoided, I think, PSV, if I'm not mistaken, Monaco. So we could have gotten unluckier. So I think out of the teams available, we might have gotten the easiest team, unless I'm forgetting a team there. They're not a easy team by any stretch of the imagination, but it's doable. I think we should win this. I don't know if Varandas agrees that we are the responsible ones in this case to win the game. I don't know. Maybe Midtjylland has invested more into the team than Sporting. I wouldn't put it past them because we don't invest that much into the team. So, Varandas might have a cop out for that one, but we should win this. It was favorable for us. And let me just add, Europa League's better than Champions League because where in the Champions League can you see Barcelona play Manchester United? You know what I mean? Nowhere. Only in the Europa League. So better competition.
Yeah, I know which one I'd rather watch out of them two and Bruges versus Benfica. So
Facts.
But yeah, Chris, what about you? What are your thoughts on the draw?
Yeah, on paper it's the easier among the easier of the potential draws that we could have gotten. I'm actually just looking at the UEFA club rankings right now to see if we do have the obligation to win. We do. 33 versus 63. I believe that we have the obligation to beat the 63rd ranked club. For the 33rd ranked club, seems like we're a heavy favorite there. So yeah, I definitely think that we should be passing this round. Anything other than passing is a disappointment. You could probably make an argument depending on other games that we got, it'd be cool to pass. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But pass here definitely feels like a massive L. So I'm hopeful, right? Because also don't the Danes and the Norwegians, the Swedes, they have a weird stop. Their league is not on time with the other European leagues. So I don't they might be on break or something. So the Russians do it too, I believe. So they might even not be playing regularly in February. So if that's the case, on top of all of it, we should definitely be passing. It'll be cold. It'll be brick, but
no, you bring a good point
under your shorts.
Yeah, and it's in February, so let's see if we get some reinforcements too, right? Might happen that we get I know Sorian in the 88 in the chat is going off about a 17 million player
Norwegian
right now.
Club, not Russian, Norwegian. But they stop their leagues in the winter. Oh, wait, are they Danish or Norwegian? They're Danish.
They're Danish.
Sorry, I thought they were Norwegian. Danish.
Hold on, they started it back up in February. So yes, you're right. Their last game is November 13th, and then round 18. This is what I'm seeing on flashscore.com. Their last game is November 13th, and then they restart round 17. Round 18 starts February 19th. And our game is in and around there. It might be even before the 19th, if I'm not mistaken, our first leg. So you're right. They might be rusty, which is...
Come on, we got
facts
here. For the coefficient and for our own pride.
But like Albert says, it is a tough away day.
It'll be cold for sure. But I mean, that's the type of game where it's like you got to maybe run up the score a little bit and have a lot if you have the opportunity to.
Yeah, agreed. And I've seen Sporting go away to Russia. I mean, Sporting as a club should be used to Europa League draws in fucking cold nations in February, because most of my life they've been doing it. Maybe not this group of guys, but bro, like if you ever want to make a paycheck in the MLS, like you're gonna have to deal with this, you know what I mean? So it's, if you want to even play in England isn't a warm place in February either, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's more rainy than it is snowy, so the weather shouldn't be a fucking excuse unless Ty is a Sporting fan as well, you know what I mean? But
so just to confirm, the first leg is on the 16th of February at home, and then 23rd is the return leg. So hopefully we can have it.
That's going to be before
their league
resume. So this will be their first game in like 3 months when they play us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I don't think any Michelin players are going to the Danish national team, or at least starting.
Maybe
they have a bunch of ballers there. Yeah, fair enough. I'm trying to think of the Euros. But yeah, maybe you might be right.
Yeah. So I agree with both you were saying, but at the same time, we did lose to Bovista, we did lose to Morocco, we did lose to Chavs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm never gonna say Sporting are favourites for a game ever again, especially this season. I just can't.
We played that we did play a Norwegian team a couple years back in Europa League, and we handled them. I don't remember their name, but we definitely played them.
No, that's Austrian.
No, that's Austrian.
We lost to Linz, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their logo is like a little oval. Whatever. It was like 2019 maybe.
In the Europa League, was that season?
Rosenborg?
It might have. Might have been in the group. It was Rosenborg. Yeah. We beat them twice, right? I think in the group, home and away.
Probably.
Yeah. I think I remember Balassi scored against them. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah. I'm remembering now. Silas. Yeah. I remember.
Good times, man.
Great times. The best of times.
but yeah, I mean, I want to go through, and I think on paper we should go through, but like I said, Sporting are too unpredictable this season. It could be a point where we have, like you said, reinforcements. We might have a new manager by then. We might not have a manager by then. Crazy things can happen, especially after the World Cup, and there's still a lot of managers on the hot seat in England and France, Spain, Italy, etc., etc. So who knows what could happen? But I'm just hoping, at least if we win at the Alvalade, I'll be like less concerned. But I also remember, was it Istanbul that we beat 3-1 or 4-1 at home, and we ended up choking the second leg. So yeah, I'm just hoping it's not a repeat of that Europa League, because that was also this part of the competition as well, I believe. So hopefully we don't choke it, and I think we can make a decent little run. There's still some great teams there. Yeah, sorry, man. But like Arsenal are still there. Obviously, one of Barcelona and Man United will be there. Juventus will be there. There's still, even like Sevilla, who are always good in the Europa League and cup competitions. So definitely a few big teams to watch out for. But I don't see why we can't make a little cup run, depending on who we get. But like I said, it's definitely hard to call right now. Yeah, it's still quite a while away, which is unfortunate. Like I wish it was sooner, but we've still got a whole World Cup to go through. Taça da Liga is also during the World Cup, so obviously we'll be watching the Taça da Liga. Hopefully we win that again. I would rather watch Amorim play Taça da Liga than watch Fernando.
We're gonna have a basically full strength squad for that, minus Ugarte and Kawats, really, right?
Yeah,
and for Tau
and Morita,
and
Morita too. Yeah.
Actually, we're not gonna have a midfield.
Those are starting midfielders.
Bro, Sugo Matheus Fernandes, bro.
But I mean, the other big clubs are
Tiri's off the bench.
Benfica's gonna lose Enzo and Romario probably, right? So
if not more, yeah, true.
Yeah. So speaking of, I guess this leads us quite perfectly on to our next conversation. So Fernando Santos will give his 26-man squad for for tomorrow. Let me just get the picture up because it is here somewhere.
Do you guys want to build one on transfer market real quick?
Yeah, I've
I
been
was gonna
seeing
say.
those screenshots. How the F do people do those? Is that like a squad builder thing? Because I would do it on screen.
Something like that.
Cool. So I'm just going to show you the preliminary, so you can see
Is
there.
the 55? Yeah.
This is the 55. So sporting players include Pot, Paulinho, Nuno Santos, but we don't know his injury status. Apparently, he can be back from the count, still doing tests. Inacio is there as well, and I believe that is it, if I'm not mistaken. And Trincao is there as well for some reason. But yeah, that is it. For some reason, exactly. For some reason. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you send me the link, Danny, or you can do it if you find it. And
I have the link here. Do you want me to just send it to you, or how do you prefer?
You do it, man. Go ahead.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. I'll stop sharing.
All right, this will be pretty easy for the goalies at least. Diogo Costa, Rui Patricio, Anthony Lopes.
The thing that's fucking me up about Sa is that his wrist is literally broken, bro. He's good to go though? It doesn't matter. All right.
Has he been playing for Wolves? He has been, right?
He has
been.
He has. But it's like I don't get how it's not like affecting him more.
I personally go Diogo Costa. I think Patricio is always going to be there no matter what.
Yeah, let's do those two.
I think Rui Silva for me.
Rui Silva, yeah.
I don't know about you two, but Rui Silva's been good for Betis.
To me, it's either one or two, like Rui Silva or Anthony Lopes. Anthony Lopes just because he's a Fernando Santos guy. But I'm cool with Rui Silva.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, his jersey's getting... You have to buy his jersey for like 200 pounds, bro, or some shit like that, bro. Of course he's getting called
250, man.
250 pounds.
Yeah.
João Virginia, you're in there, bro. Just kidding.
But no, yeah. I feel like it's probably going to be...
I know his season at Wolves hasn't been amazing, but I do think he is like a very good shot stopper, to be honest.
Is that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I like Rui Silva at the same time. Betis up in 4th, if I'm not mistaken, or 5th. So they're having.
And I would even have Anthony Lopes over Patricio, but I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Are we all in agreement that Diogo Costa should start? I don't think yeah, 100%. Cool.
Okay, we can do this where it's our World Cup squad, so we don't have to take Rui Patricio if we don't want to. We'll look salty.
Let's not take him,
we'll look salty, but
nah.
Okay.
I go Costa Lopes then.
Costa Lopes. How about you, Sam?
I still got Costa, Patricio, and Rui Silva, man.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I agree. To me, it would be Costa, Patricio, Lopes, but I'm cool with putting Silva.
No, because Chris put Lopes as well, so that's 2v1. So you can
we'll put Lopes then. We'll put Lopes.
That's what it was.
I think it would be that too. And I'm not mad at that, so long as Diogo Costa starts.
Yeah, fact.
All right. Let's go defenders. This might be a bit harder. Pep, are we gonna say he's healthy or are we gonna say he's injured?
I will say healthy because I think
it's usually
he's definitely going.
4 center backs and 2 of each outside back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Danilo is classed as a midfielder, by the way, so he won't be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So let's do fullbacks. I think we're all going to be in agreement. João Cancelo, Dalot, Guerreiro, Nunes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unlucky Semedo.
Yeah, sure. Ruben Dias is in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're saying Pep.
Mm-hmm. He seems to be healthy. Okay. He's on the plane for me if he's healthy.
Where is he? Tony Silva?
Yeah, I think he's got to go.
I think he has to go too. If he's on here somewhere.
I think he's just down.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
And then Eduardo Quaresma. I'm kidding. And then we'll say Danilo or no.
I personally think Diogo Leite.
Yeah,
because he's been really good for Berlin this season.
I'm with you. Okay, well,
but I don't think there's a chance in how he gets called, but he should. But
yeah,
I also don't think he's getting called to. I think Danilo is coming. Where is this?
So I think it's going to be Danilo, and then
I agree.
Who would Fernand's other last center back be then? He kind of has room to choose.
Has to be Silva.
No, it's Silva, Diaz, or Silva, Ruben Diaz, and Danilo, right? That's what we have so far?
And Pep.
Or Pep. Okay. Okay, so that's the 4. All right. Yeah.
So am I taking Diogo Leite or am I not? I think so
I would
too.
take Diogo Leite over Danilo, but at the same time, Diogo Leite has no experience with the team. Danilo has so much experience with the team.
But this is our call-up. This is our call-up.
Yeah.
I'm down with
I
taking
maybe
Leite,
take him over Silva then. I take Leite over Silva then, maybe.
I don't know.
Because Silva has literally... Has Leite ever played for the national team?
I don't think so, but neither has Silva, to be fair.
But the thing is with Leite, I think it's him that's been captain at every level of Portugal youth, so like 21s, 19s, even lower. So I mean, it's always natural his progression to be there.
But this kid has been unreal, bro. We have to take the Benfica kid. He's been amazing.
I mean,
he's benched. Benfica bought that American dude. What's his name?
John Brooks,
and he's benched him. I don't think he's gotten a single minute. This kid.
To be fair, I think we can have these defenders and still have Danilo, because Danilo will probably still play in the holding midfielder anyway. So
we'll go there. I don't think we can, because I think out of William and so we'll take Leite then. We'll agree with that. If anything, we can go back. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're taking 3 center backs, but one's technically a hybrid, kind of.
No, we're taking 4. We're taking Diaz,
4. I mean,
Leite, and Silva for now.
Cool.
If anything, we can always go back and revise it. Now, here's the thing: do we take Danilo, Palhinha, and William? I think in this case, you have 2 of the 3.
Because he plays with 2 holding midfielders anyway. You've got to have at least a cover.
Yeah.
But
then you can play. But then you don't have
Neves.
Exactly.
Neves could kind of stay there and play defensively in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
I think William is not on this plane. I think William Carvalho is not on this plane.
He's having too good of a season to leave it.
Yeah, I don't.
If there's anyone that I don't think should be on the plane, is Renato, because he's not really done much.
No, I'm with you. Renato shouldn't be on this. He's off the bench at PSG. Vitinha should be on this plane, not Renato.
To be honest, I don't think Neves should be either. He's been shit this season. He's been awful.
And we'll take it a step further. Matheus Nunes shouldn't be on this plane.
Fact.
If Matheus Nunes is on this plane, it's only because Uncle Georgie helped him.
Yeah.
But I think the sure things, obviously, Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva will 100% be in there.
Agreed.
Ronaldo as well.
Yeah, for sure.
CR7 and Leao and Felix probably. Even though he's not a guarantee, but he is a guarantee also,
Palhinha, I think is a guarantee.
Yeah, and I think he should be Palhinha.
I don't think Palhinha is guaranteed, but I would take Palhinha. I
think Palhinha should start, bro. I don't see a world where he doesn't.
Those 3 right there.
And as well, I think Otavio should be in there as well.
We're not going to take João Mario, but I think the Engenheiro is, though.
We're not?
I mean, unless you guys think we should.
We probably should. The thing is, with this team,
how can we take Otavio, Vitinha, and Mario?
That's what I agree. Okay, let's only do midfielders.
I will say this because Fernando Santos never brings more than 2 strikers. It's always Ronaldo and André Silva, and like Jota is technically a winger. Leao is a winger. Felix can play on the wings. He never brings more than like 2 actual strikers. Even Ronaldo technically isn't really an out-and-out striker. And because I think this is 26 man, usually it's 24. So I mean, you've got to have some depth.
Yeah.
Boys, and if we're talking about Fernando Santos, let's be real. We have to get this boy in here because he's breathing.
There is no way.
So long as he breathes, he deserves a spot on this national team, bro.
Is he? He's at. He's in the. He's in.
No.
Is there a case for Florentino as well? Because I think the thing is with Portugal, the midfielders have been really.
Dude, there's a case for him over William. Is that the case though?
We're too stacked. I think William deserves. I think if anything, William deserves it more than Danilo.
Yeah,
because Danilo's been playing mainly center back at PSG.
What about Otavio? Do you reckon he should go? For Portugal, he's got what we need, which is passion, which none of the other players have.
Agreed.
And if there's anyone going to talk back to Ronaldo, it's Otavio. He'll knock him out.
Fair. Let's do this. Let's do Okay, the holding midfielder, should we just take 2 or 3? We should take William and Danilo as well?
I think 3 because he plays with 2.
Yeah.
And you got to have one
so
cover.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
We already have Bruno. We'll say Bernardo will probably play on the wing. We already have Bruno as a 10.
How many places do we have left to pick?
We should have a lot. We have 19 out of the 26. So that is do my math, 7. We have 7 places still. So Otávio, let's do this. Otávio, Vitinha.
I wouldn't take Andre Silva, but I would put
Neves.
I think Andre Silva's going to go.
I wouldn't take Andre Silva.
Beto should go maybe. I think.
Beto.
He won't do that though. But
yeah, I know.
He might take Gonçalo Ramos instead of Beto.
I know.
Paulinho has to go, man. You saw the tweet they did today. Paulinho's going.
Done,
I'm
bro.
Just saying.
Okay, let's think wingers. So we have Bernardo, Leão, and Leão can kind of play centrally, but Bernardo, Leão, Felix. Are we taking Gedge?
No.
Are we taking Horta?
I think you take Horta. Rafa, obviously.
You take Rafa, really. I agree, but he's not going anymore. So we're taking Horta. Yeah. I think Gedge has had okay. He's been okay for Wolves. He scored recently this weekend, too.
Is this where we make the case for Pedro Gonçalves? Or we make the case for someone like Fabio Vieira? Or someone like
Vieira also barely plays. Puck doesn't score enough, or else he'd be on this team.
There's very little case for Vieira.
We have 3 more players left.
The case for Renato is tough. But the thing is like, what will Fran Santos do? I think he might include Moutinho, probably, right?
Can I just say as well, right? I don't think he's going to go, but Nuno Santos should be in with a shout for the left back position. He's been great. 100%. And if he brings Mario Rui instead, I'm actually going to be very annoyed because
there's no way.
Disrespect to Mario Rui, but Nuno Santos has been better this season.
No way on God's green earth is he taking fucking Mario Rui over Guerreiro or Nuno Mendes.
No, not over them two, but I feel like he'll take him anyway because he loves Mario Rui for whatever reason.
That's wild if he does that. Like, I want his house burnt down with just fucking cigarettes, bro, if that's the case. Like, that's insane if he does that. But anyways, 3 spots, boys. 3 spots. So Horta then? Instead of Gedge?
He has to go.
Horta?
No, I think
potentially João Mario has to go as well. Nah, not Gedge, man. João Mario, I think, has to go though.
But the thing is with João Mario, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 midfielders.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think João Mario has to go as well. I would take João Mario over Otávio.
He can play on the wings, sort of, but he's not just very fast.
Otávio can also play on the wing too.
And then we got one more after that.
We got 2 more. Or we got one more. One more. Well, I have Beto in there.
Do we go back? Do we go back for like another defender or a midfielder? Like maybe
like 9th on the depth.
Sorry, who?
You could always throw Matty Uri in there and just take 3 left backs.
I think you might have to bring another because Cancelo could play right and left, which is good for us. I think maybe you bring another defender.
I think we already have enough defenders, if I'm honest. You have 2 right backs, 2 left backs. We've got a shit ton of midfielders, though. Unless Andre Silva goes. That's what I'm saying. Beto. I think that's why we need one more up top because we only have strikers. We only have Ronaldo, Beto. On the left, we'll say we have Leão and Horta.
Did you pick Beto? Is Beto been picked?
Yeah, I have Beto.
Wait, let me just check if he's actually in the 55-man squad. I'm pretty sure he is.
I think he is, if I'm not mistaken. Because on the right, we'll have Bernardo Felix. Bro, I think we have to take Gedge.
Yeah, I think we do too, because I don't think there's enough left wingers.
I don't like him. I hate him. He's bad. He's a bad footballer.
The only thing is who else on the left can we take, you know?
I think
he's not that bad. I think he's decent.
I've got a rogue shout.
If it's Jota
from Celtic.
Thank you. You know what? I'm with you. Let's do that.
Over
again.
This
is our 11. This is our 11. I don't give a fuck. He scored a fucking a free kick against Real Madrid. It was 5-1, and he started crying basically, bro. He deserves it. So this is our team. Let's see. All right, this is our Portugal team.
Do you know what worries me as well? I'm looking at the preliminary squad. I see Cedric there. Fernando Santos loves Cedric. I feel like he's probably going to make his way into the plane.
Relax. I love Cedric, bro. There's no way. All right, so this is our team. Diogo Costa, Patricio, Anthony Lopes, Dias, Pep, Leite, and Antonio Silva. Left back, Nuno Mendes, Guerreiro. Right back, Diego Dalot, Cancelo. And I'll just go through the list. Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano, Bernardo, Leão, João Félix, Ruben Neves, Vitinha, Danilo, Palhinha, William, Otávio, Horta, João Mário, Beto, and Jota. Lawrence saying Tiago Tomás. I think we fucked up, boys.
No, definitely not.
Tiago Tomás, Rochinha on the.
I will support Ghana this World Cup if Tiago Tomás goes. I'm so glad he's not in the preliminary. Do you know who is in the preliminary though? Paulinho.
Yeah, that's right.
Birthday present from Fernando Santos tomorrow. Just saying.
Instead of Jota, should we have taken Paulinho?
Yes. But
all right, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this team personally. Half of them won't show up because, let's be real, João Moutinho isn't on this list, and that's unrealistic as it is.
If I'm looking right now, I'm saying people that Fernando Santos definitely is not going to call: Jota, Leite, and Beto. I think maybe that's it, because I can see all the other ones being called, but I feel like those three aren't. But they should. Maybe Jota's a question mark. I think because obviously you can question the league. Would he be better of a pot or like Podence or like you said, Gonzalo Ramos, Fabio Vieira? I don't know.
I personally think Gonzalo Ramos is getting called up instead of Beto.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't like him.
Andrés Silva. But
yeah, but
I don't even dislike the kid, the Gonzalo Ramos, to be honest. I just like Beto a lot more.
Do you think? What about Fabio Carvalho plays for Liverpool? Like he's played a few good games this season, and he scored a few goals.
Is he choosing? Has he officially chose Portugal over England?
Well, I mean, he's in the preliminary, so I'd assume so.
Okay, sorry, I'd assume so. But the thing is, he doesn't start enough for Liverpool though, for him to be like within a shout. You know who we actually forgot? Diogo Jota.
He's injured though.
Is he injured? I thought he came back. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Nah, he's out. He's out until I think February. I think.
Okay, then never mind.
But no, I'm happy with that team.
I'm okay with that. I'm content with that. I think Rafa. That's the only one, but he's not realistic. If he doesn't come back, what's the point?
And just to confirm that we don't think any Sporting player should even be in with a shout to get a spot, or is it like maybe
Pot's in a shot. Pot's in a shout, but let's be real. There's better wingers. He didn't even play the last.
No, dude, we just went that depth chart, bro.
Yeah, but he's within a shout. Chance. He's only within a shout because Rafa retired.
Gonzalo Ignacio was like maybe one spot away before, but now he's like 4 spots away. He's behind and Silva and Late probably. So there's no way he's going.
He might even be behind Tiago Dalot too. That's another guy we didn't even.
He's like an 8th. He's like 8th in the center back depth right now.
You know what's so funny though? If we're looking at our team compared to what Fernando Santos is calling up, we've added Late and Antonio Silva. You know what's funny? Likely neither of them are showing up, but you know who is? José Font.
I think Antonio Silva.
He's having a season for Lille.
I think Antonio Silva is a lock. I think just because of the hype he's got.
I hope so because the kid is good. I rate the kid, but but I don't know. It's Fernando Sanchez.
Just to add to the point I was making, I ran a poll today on the 160 page, and it was should Pot or Inacio be called up for the World Cup? The options were yes, no, just Pot or just Inacio. As you can see, I voted no just so I could have the thing, and that's what I believe as well. Everyone pretty much agrees. Although what was surprising, just Inacio instead of just Pot was one that I thought maybe was a question mark. We got a few comments on it as well. Steph says no, they need to be they're performing below average. They are awesome players, but not to be called this time. Casa de Paiva again, pretty much it benefits us to be fair. But you always want to see you represented in the World Cup. Only Portugal that deserves a proper consideration has been Nuno Santos. I agree, actually, that was what I was saying as well. But again, I don't think he'll be cool because of injuries and stuff. And even if he wasn't injured, he probably wouldn't be there either. SCP-1906 says, when you make a 26-man squad yourself, you'll see that there isn't space for them, which is true. We literally just did it.
Yeah.
So we didn't have space for them. And just someone want to translate that for me because I cannot read Portuguese.
Que não vai nenhum dos nossos, que bem precisamos deles na segunda parte. That nobody of ours goes because we'll need them in the second half of the season.
Cool.
If they go, it'll just be to watch, but from a closer seat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And Pirata simply F the World Cup. I'm inclined to agree. I'm going to check his quote tweet as well.
I feel like
Not
there's
haram,
a non-zero chance. Yeah, there's a non-zero chance not all the games are going to be full. Is every game sold out, bro? Are that many people going? I feel like they aren't.
Tickets are expensive, bro. So I feel like they are.
And weren't they fucked with like all the the lodging wasn't all set up and ready to go? It's like dude, it's not going to be full, bro. And Qatar doesn't have enough people like in their country to like fill it on their own unless they do like, you know, like they pay fans, you know, like how Qatar when they played in the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously Qatar's not going to have any fans in USA, or like they're going to have like 10.
It was packed.
They would pay these kids or people, anyone, like $20 to just go to. They would give you a white T-shirt that had the Qatari flag on it, so everyone's in the same exact white T-shirt with the Qatari flag. It's so obvious that they all got the shirt from the same place, and then they would go crazy. And it was so funny. Qatar would score and just be like these like 14-year-old Americans like going crazy. And it's like, bro, where is he going? So
like the whitest dude is in the crowd. It's like, how are you Qatari?
I do not put it past Qatar to like import like. They import the slave laborers. They just import the slaves for like fandom. Like, go cheer for Denmark right now, bro. Here's a T-shirt. So yeah, I mean, maybe that'll happen, but yeah, bro, it's gonna be weird.
Boys, before we leave this World Cup talk, one last question that I wanted to ask you guys that I forgot. Ronaldo, does he start for you guys? Sam,
if I'm the manager, no.
I think starting, bro.
Paulinho is starting actually. No, I just think I watch Man United, and I think it's hard to disagree that they play better with that. Sorry, it's hard to agree that they play better with him. I think they play much better without him. And we've been saying for years for Portugal, there's been too many games where they just like, oh, let's pass Ronaldo, see what happens. Yeah. We've got such a talented squad. Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, João Felix, these are all great players that we have. And even youngsters like Rafael Leao, who's still young. Like, all of these players who have had better seasons than Ronaldo should be starting. Is it really fair to guys like Leao, guys like trying to think, even Beto, to be fair, he's been scoring a lot in Serie A. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, obviously he's going to start. I do think
Leao could start though with Ronaldo starting as well, though.
I think it will be.
Leao plays a lot on the left.
Yeah.
Giroud in the middle, really.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
I can see both of them starting. You know.
But then here's the thing. So I'm with you. I think Fernando Santos is going to start Ronaldo, point period. But this is our team. My difficulty is how do we? Because Felix is a weird one where I don't know if he should start or be benched for the most part. But how do we fit a team with a front three and have Felix, Leão, Bernardo, who I think has to play on the wing just because we have Bruno. Bernardo, who else do we take? Arta, I don't think Arta starts. Otavio can play there. Jota, in our case. You know what I mean? Like, we have so many options that it's like, how do we fit all these players in? Because to me, my front three is Bernardo, Leão, Felix.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree with that. Yeah, I mean, even if I think was Fernando Santos play like, does he play like 4-4-2? Is that?
There's times where he plays a 4-4-2-2. That's the thing that I'm thinking about too. If he plays in that formation, we can easily have
without
Felix,
a doubt
Ronaldo
in my mind.
There.
The pivot is going to be Daniel Pereira, William Carvalho, 100%. Ronaldo up top, Patricio in goal, Pepe and Font in centre backs, Cedric on the right.
God damn.
But no,
that's winning the World Cup, bro.
This has to be Fernando Santos' last tournament. I mean, obviously, I want to win, but like
unless he wins it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's just such a bad tactician.
Uruguay's going to be tough again. They're even better than the last time we played them, and we lost last time. So
even Ghana and South Korea. South Korea have got a few good players in Syria.
Not 100%, which is very good for us. I don't care what they say, bro. He had facial surgery. You're supposed to he's gonna play with a mask, but he's gonna be forcing it.
Gonna be like was it Kobe Bryant in 2008 when he had the
where Embiid had the mask a couple times.
Embiid,
yeah.
But no, I think.
And I mean, I think we all remember Embiid's playoffs, bro. He just wasn't himself, bro. He kept fixing it and shit. It was bothering him, bro. I guess basketball's a bit harder because you got hands in your face more. True. But I mean, he's a good header of the ball, son.
True.
Could affect that.
Yeah. But no, just before we wrap it there, what are your guys' excitement level for the World Cup, if there is any? Danny, are you excited for it, or is it just okay, it's a thing?
It's growing on me. At first, I was whatever about it. I like international football, but it's not I prefer club football, if I'm being honest. But it's starting to grow.
Hey, man, the Casa de Liga, the show doesn't stop, baby.
That's what I will be watching.
Casa de Liga, bro. Exactly. Facts. That's true. My bad. Fuck the World Cup. That's the Liga's on, baby. I don't want to see Argentina, Portugal. I want to see fucking Sporting
Ferenc. That's who we're playing. One of the teams we're playing.
Buddy, that's the Battle of the Lions, baby. But it's growing on me. I'm actually starting to get excited about the World Cup a little bit. Curious to see how Canada does. Let's see if Alphonso Davies recovers from his hamstring injury.
Race against the clock.
Byron's saying he's going to be fine, but we'll see. His ex-girlfriend just came out dating a Seattle, what's the baseball team? Seattle Mariners, right?
Mariners, yeah.
Dating a baseball player from Seattle Mariners, bro. So I'm expecting Prime Davies coming out soon. My man is heartbroken. I seen a TikTok today that he was explaining why he doesn't do a celebration
The kiss
anymore.
on the wrist.
The kiss on the wrist, bro, because of his ex. He's like, yo, I don't do that. Bro, I
why doesn't he do it,
my
bro?
guy's... Because he would kiss his wrist the amount of years he was dating. She used to play for PSG. She plays in Seattle now. So he's explaining yo, I don't do this celebration anymore because I'm no longer with my ex.
He doesn't do the celebration anymore.
My man is heartbroken. I don't know. Maybe
how long ago did this happen? Recently?
A few months, bro. This is a Canadian novella going on, bro. So I'm expecting Prime Davies, bro. Estaquio's been going off for Porto. Buchanan's been playing for Bruges again, so I'm excited for Canada, if I'm being honest. I'm excited for Portugal too, because I think we are within a shot to win it. It's just it's Fernando Santos, bro. But at the same time, he won us a Euro when we least expected it. So who knows? But I'm getting excited for it, even after all the human rights violations and the Qatari presidents saying, I mean, let me misquote him here, but basically saying, don't do that gay shit around us because it's not haram. You know what I mean? It's
word for word.
Even after that, facts. Even after all of that, it's I mean, bro, I'm a lover of the game. I'll still watch it. It's funny that it's in fucking Qatar. That's I can't wait to see what plays out here with fans out there, with the drinking, with the smoking, with the sex, with the partying, because World Cups are all about bringing people together.
Bro, there's going to be a mass detention of English fans because they're going to just start partying and then just all get
I'm
arrested.
worried for the British going to fucking Qatar.
What are they going to do there for 2 weeks, bro? Not drink?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, facts. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be more propaganda of why we should visit Qatar, but we'll see.
True.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean, that's what they would do if they were smart, and that's what Dubai does, right?
But it's starting off so bad that I have no faith in that.
Yeah,
to be fair,
bad start, horrible start, bro.
Horrible.
What about you, Chris? What is your excitement levels for the World Cup?
I mean, I feel like it's just it's such an intrusion, right? It's gonna stop. I mean, it's gonna pass the league is still gonna go on, but it's gonna stop the leagues. It's you have no choice but to take note of it, because it's just
true.
being shoved in. It's being shoved into my life against my will. So yeah, I think that Portugal has a chance. I I literally think that they have equal odds of like making a run to like the semis as they do of not making out of the group. To be honest,
Facts.
like I could equally see either thing happening. I'm not keen on the potential, Messi World Cup win. If it starts to look like it's rigged for Messi, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, Argentina's not that good. Can I just say it? Argentina's not that great. I don't think so, at least.
Bro, everyone's hyping them up.
I think England look a lot better than Argentina.
I'd prefer for basically anybody else to win over them.
Chris, let me ask, what do you think about the States? They have England in their group. They have Iran in their group.
I think they can definitely make it out of the group. It's an accessible group. Iran, Saudi Arabia, USA, England can definitely come in second in that group.
I even think you guys can get a result against
Let's see. We are playing a VAR master manipulator though.
True.
Taremi.
True.
So it'll be tough. I think Iran's gonna be better than Saudi Arabia.
What's your first game? Do you know? Is it against England?
It's England.
Or is it against?
I think it's England. It's the first game.
So I think you guys can get a result against England. I won't say win. I think the States can steal a draw, maybe.
If they steal a draw in the first game, they're definitely looking like real good. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
What's crazy?
So I would expect the USA to get out of the group. I understand. You're probably not expecting Canada to get out, but you could see it. I'm kind of expecting the USA to get out.
I'm expecting Canada to win the World Cup, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
They won't even get like World Cup winning merch if they win.
Facts.
Man, don't kill me. I was just going to say, for you guys, there's some kickoffs at 10 a.m. my time. So for you, obviously, that's 5. So,
early.
Early. Yeah. I think what USA is.
Portugal doesn't have any. Portugal doesn't have any.
I was going to ask. Oh, no. The first game is England-Iran.
Oh, for real?
First. Yeah. Where's the States?
Someone told me that the other day.
It's Wales, not Saudi. It's Wales. It's England, Wales, group. Iran, US. So
Gareth Bale is not in form.
I still think
he's not fit either. He's played like minutes over the last month for LAFC. Now the season's over, so there's no more games. Like he's just not.
He doesn't need to play. He's like on steroids or something when these World Cup and Euros come around.
Yeah, he's like Ochoa, bro. The tournaments come around, he just goes into a different mode. It doesn't matter what's happening.
I was going to suggest you guys do a live stream to watch the England-USA game, but it's at 2 p.m. on a Friday. So 2 p.m. our time, what is that? 7 for you, Sam.
Yeah.
I also don't like England.
Okay, never mind then.
Fucking like the team. And maybe the country as well. But I do live here, so I don't know if I can say that.
It's all right.
Nah, England annoy me, like the press and everything. To be fair, they've got a good squad, not denying, but like when they had the golden age. The thing is that I find really, it's going to a whole different topic, by the way. But what is weird about English press is that when they're like a top player, if there was an Antonio Silva in England, they'd go into his personal life, and that would be like the front story about how like he didn't do something like a few years ago, and it's going to be a top story. With Portugal, it's like, this kid is amazing. This kid is good. In England, it's like the complete opposite.
And no offense, if the kid isn't like white, especially they're going into his background. If the kid is named Raheem Sterling or something like that, they're going into his background, to his tattoos, to fucking like everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Crazy difference.
I'm with you there.
I think it's not just Portugal. I think it's literally every other country wants their talents to do well, but England are like, no, this guy was raised in a bad area. So and like when was it Sterling with the gun on his leg? Or was it Carl Walker or something like that? Yeah,
no, it's Sterling.
Was it.
And his explanation is like, bro, my leg is like a rifle's gun, like balls like a gun, bro.
Yeah,
and they like tried to kill him for that.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Raheem Sterling should have played for Jamaica,
They've actually got a good team, Jamaica, now. I don't think they made the World Cup, but
no, they were asked for CONCACAF, though, to be honest. But they do have a good team.
What was that, Chris?
not that bad for CONCACAF. They got the other guy, the West Ham guy too. They're all right.
Yeah, they
got
have
Antonio,
Leon
they got Bailey. Yeah, I'm trying
But
to
they were
think
asked.
of
They were asked if I'm not mistaken. They were like 6th or some shit. Canada steamrolled them. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Canada basically passed them. So, but they're still in the top 6, I would say. Like they always make like the last 6 qualifying. Yeah, so they're in the top. They're in the top 6 to 8 CONCACAF countries for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're the better ones, to be fair. Like Canada was an anomaly this year. It's usually Jamaica, Costa Rica, States, Mexico. So
yeah, Canada just kind of just shoved their way in there, bro.
You know us.
Finally.
About
for all these
time.
years.
Sam, are you excited for the World Cup?
I am, but what's annoying is that I'll be working during most of it. Like I know we all will be because like the 10 a.m. kickoff, then it's 2, and then I think is it four games in the day? So it'll be like 10.
Some games, yeah.
Some be like 10, 12, 2, and then like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So
my annoying thing is like the first day. So on the Sunday, by the way, it's not even a Saturday. On the Sunday, it's only the one. It's Qatar, Ecuador, and that's it. It's like so, like, bro, it's a Sunday, bro. At least play 2. Like, play that group out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, I am because don't get me wrong, I love watching football, but I'm like people will say like they've obviously got bad human rights record. They're very like homophobic and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's not our fault that the country got the World Cup. So there's not much us 3 can do. Like even if we boycott the World Cup, they're still going to make record profits and revenue.
I didn't get bribed to assign it.
Exactly. But no, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm not excited for Portugal. I'm just excited to watch international because World Cup I think is just cool in general.
It's magic.
Yeah, facts. Just before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you who you think is going to win. So Danny, I'll start with you. Like proper prediction. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Proper prediction. So Canada's winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, forget Canada. No, I'm joking.
Let me think. Proper prediction. To be honest, I like France, but I think France is like such a boring answer. I don't like us.
Brazil.
I like Brazil though. I like Brazil. Brazil might be it. It's between like Brazil, France, and for some reason I'm thinking Spain, even though Spain I feel is washed. You know what I mean? Like Spain's best fullbacks might be Porto and Grimaldo at this point, but
fuck Spain.
Yeah.
I'll say bro, they're cooked.
Yeah, facts. I'll say Brazil. I'll say Brazil. Our cousins.
Okay.
But of course Canada first and foremost. But maybe Brazil. Maybe they might stand a chance against Canada.
Okay, Chris. What about you?
Germany.
I honestly was thinking Brazil as well.
The thing with Brazil, though, I seen a video on TikTok the other day that is like, what has Brazil done since 2002? You know what I mean? And he brings up a good point. Like, even in the World Cup that was in
Americas.
Yeah, okay, maybe. But the World Cup that was in Brazil, they got pumped 7-1 against Germany. And even before then, they went to penalties against Mexico. So that's even another. But I'm with you, though. I still like Brazil. Anyways, my bad. Go ahead.
Have you given a prediction yet, Chris? Sorry, I
think I'm gonna say Brazil. I was thinking Brazil, to be honest. I'm going Brazil. As long as Dani Alves doesn't see the field, they should be good.
I forgot about that.
They're gonna Andre Paulo him. They're gonna bring him on with like 10 minutes to go just to get a record
in the final.
Yeah. I was thinking. I had a dream. I had a vision. I thought the best chance for an African team to win the World Cup was this one. But then Sadio Mane got injured. And I did have Senegal making like an underdog story run. So I don't think that's happening anymore. I don't see Morocco.
He's ruled out?
Well. Yeah.
Mane's ruled out? Fuck.
Well,
he's done.
Says the French newspaper. Apparently, the Senegal team is still evaluating him. So it still could be like maybe. But it's looking like he's out.
Never mind, I won't say it.
They're
going to the same people, the same doctors that Paul Pogba went to earlier,
huh? Well, like even the doctor that Pepe and Otavio went to, they were supposed to be out for like months, and they came back in like a day. Even Adan came back in like a day.
That's true.
But
it's that horse bone marrow, bro.
I was thinking about an African team, but now I'm less certain. Even I do think Ghana have even a decent team as well. But I'm gonna say, I think Germany. I think have got a good young squad, new players. They sort of rebuilt. But yeah, I do think. I do think I think an underdog is going to win. I feel like the favourites right now are Brazil and Argentina, and I think Argentina's in with a shout, and as is Brazil. But like, I think this is the year for an underdog to win it. It's in winter. The reason I say African players like to win as well because they're used to like extreme temperatures, playing in like really hot. Like I know you can make the case for like Portugal and Spain obviously play during the summer, but Africa pretty much is hot all year round. So
Eto said Senegal. No, who did he say? He said Morocco, Cameroon in the final.
Are Cameroon in the World Cup? I can't remember them being in it.
I can't remember now. Maybe he said Senegal then. Maybe I'm misquoting. Give me a sec. Yeah. But you mentioned the underdogs. Let me tell you an underdog that has an easy group, and if I'm not mistaken, has an easy way to the final. Cameroon is in the World Cup. They're in Brazil's team, in Brazil's group. Netherlands. I think the Netherlands. I don't think they'll win the World Cup, but I think they're going to be the dark horse. Even I don't think they'll win the World Cup, but Denmark have a good team too.
Yeah, Uruguay as well. Actually, a good shout by Juicebox.
Yeah, Uruguay's good.
Yeah, especially with Ugarte and Coates. Well, Coates is not going to start. I don't even know if Ugarte starts. I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
They got like Bentancur. Valverde is killing it for Real Madrid at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've actually got a very good
Valverde
team. Uruguay.
Such good form.
Yeah, so maybe Uruguay.
Darwin, they got the beast Darwin.
True, Darwin.
And I think they still play Luis Suarez and Cavani as well. So
he's a decent wild card to have.
Yeah. So actually, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go Uruguay. I'm gonna change it because I wanted an underdog and I wanted sort of an African team, but we'll go South American, I suppose.
No, this is the Middle Eastern year, but Iran or Qatar is going all the way.
Saudi Arabia out of nowhere. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot name you a single Qatar player.
They honestly aren't that bad. I've seen them play a couple times because they played at Copa America and they played at Gold Cup. So they actually played a decent amount, and they did not embarrass themselves at either competition.
I swear they have a player that plays for Qatar. It's got like a really English or Irish sounding name.
They have a bunch of guys that aren't Qatari ethnically.
Maybe it was yeah. Sorry for Qatar. A guy called Patrick Brown. Like he plays in Ireland. So I mean,
Patrick Brown, that's sick, dude.
Yeah, big Patrick Brown, the Qatari. But he plays for don't know. He plays in Jamaica. Okay, that's what he plays in Jamaica.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Patrick Brown to light up the World Cup. I reckon he's going to be the Golden Boot winner or Golden Ball winner. I don't remember which one they get. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I can't think of anything more unless you guys can.
They got a guy named Pedro Miguel as well.
Well, fair enough. I can't knock it, I suppose. I guess any chance to represent any country.
It's the same thing as us just importing Brazilians and naturalizing them.
Like Winnie Vivado is like Angolian as well. I think there's quite a few African players we have as well. Look at France. Come on, like they've got. I don't even think the players are actually born in France. So, but yeah,
a good amount of them aren't.
Benzema should be playing for Algeria or some shit. I had a former coworker that would constantly claim Zinedine Zidane should have been playing for Algeria, not France. Like he fucked up for France. But I'm like, bro, he won a World Cup for France, bro. How are you saying he should have played for Algeria, bro?
I have seen videos of like the potential Algerian side. I think there's been a few players that have moved over, like Aouar, who plays for Lyon. I think there's been quite a few.
I just had a guy in mind. He used to play for Tottenham. I think now he's in Montreal. Oh God, he used to be a good midfielder back in the day.
Bentaleb,
yes, I think you're right there. Or he used to play for Napoli. Sorry, not Tottenham. Napoli. Algerian.
He played for Tottenham as well.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, I think that's all we have time for today. We should be hopefully back next week for probably the last podcast, a sporting podcast at least, until the Taça da Liga, which is in like mid-December. So yeah, next game is against Famalicão, so hopefully we get back to continuing winning ways. But if you want to follow the guys here, make sure to follow Chris here. Make sure to follow Danny here. And also shout out to Steph. Make sure you follow Steph there as well. And make sure you follow me here as well. Don't forget Sporting160_EN on TikTok, Spotify, Soundcloud, Apple, iTunes, and wherever you get your good podcast, I'm sure we'll be. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's definitely not going to happen at the end of the year, but, can't blame them.
Not with that attitude, bro. It's happening. What do you mean?
Facts. But no, yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We really do appreciate it. And other than that, thank you for watching or listening, and peace.